Okay, let's get started. We're gonna go through a simple process of how uh, account reconciliation process for QuickBooks works. Let's take some sample data such as this. You have a whole bunch of vendors that you paid out. You have deposits that came in from, your various customers or equity that was contributed by the owner of the company, and you have credit lines that you might have utilized in your business. So let's go to QuickBooks. The first thing to notice is that we have no activity in the account at all. If you go to reports, accounting and taxes, general ledger, you will see that everything in this QuickBooks file is empty. So the first thing that you want to do is get everything set up. For just testing purposes, I've already set up vendors A, B, C, D, E, F, G, H, all the way through. Just put the data, just to ease our way through the process. So let's look at the statement real quick. We have vendors that we paid out. So we have vendor A, B, C, up till S, and then we have a whole bunch of deposits and credit lines that were used. The first thing that you want to do is put in the actual checks first for your accounting. So an easy way to do this is just, if you go to banking, write checks, you pick the vendor name. So for vendor A, we already have them set up in the system, and you don't want this to be printed unless you're using QuickBooks to print your checks. For this testing purposes, we're not doing that, so we're going to unmark that. Then you want to put the check number here, the date. For now, let's just put check number 1. We're going to do all the data in July of 09. So, and let's look at the first check for vendor A is for $500. So we're going to input that. We're going to pick an account. Let's say this is for computer and internet expenses. We save and close, and the first thing that you'll notice is, there's activity in the account, negative 500. And you go to custom company and financial, you go to P&L, you'll see that an expense is listed here, so that you're properly accounting for the transaction. If you double click it, you can see vendor A, $500 on 7/25/09, check number 1. And you just input the rest of the data just like that. Okay, just to save some time, I'll put the checks in, all the checks in already. A quick way to verify that all your checks are in the system is actually, if you go to reports and you go to company and financial, you go to balance sheet standard. You click on your checking account, and it'll give you a listing of all the activity that you've put into QuickBooks into the system. So you see all the checks A, B, C, D, E, F, all the way through 257,032. It matches it actually does not match our total in the Excel spreadsheet. So in the account reconciliation process, we'll actually go back and see why this occurred. For now, let's work on income. For income, you see in the business, you'll have income coming in from various sources, so you want to make sure that you're properly accounting for that. The easiest way that I found that you could do this in QuickBooks is if you go to company, make general journal entries, okay, and you type in, you want to debit your cash account, so you want to put checking account here, and let's see, the first amount is for $500. Let's say this $500 is for patient services that you might have provided, and you want to credit an income account to increase your income. So let's just use a predetermined consulting income account, and we're gonna save that for now. We're actually not. The easiest way to do this